Hello again, everyone. Edwin Leonard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I want to be talking about the South Node in conjunct the Black Moon Lilith in a natal chart. Now, first off, one way this aspect may manifest is that an adjustment, which is the inconjunct, may be needed between things you are naturally proficient in, which is the South Node, and those that you have an intense passion and desire for, which is the Black Moon Lilith. One or the other may be overemphasized. The key is to find balance and equilibrium between the two, because when you have, inconjunct aspects in astrology, there can be a lot of vacillation, distortion and fluctuation. It's about finding the harmony, the balance, and the equilibrium between between the two energies. Now, when you have, one way, this may manifest then is that, the things that you're naturally proficient in, which is the South Node, may, dominate and monopolize your time and energy to the expense and exclusion of those that you have the intense passion and desire for, which is the Black Moon Lilith. Or it matters with the, the Black Moon Lilith, again, is about what we have the intense passion and desire for. So things that you have that intense passion and desire for at times may monopolize and dominate your time and energy to the expense and exclusion of those things you're naturally proficient in. So again, it's about finding the balance in this energy. If the thing is, let's say if the South Node is in Virgo, as an example, things you're naturally proficient in, may be connected with cleaning, sanitizing, organization, compartmentalizing, things that are associated with statistics, analytics, compiling, or extrapolating, data, as some examples, doing things associated, with health and fitness. And another thing, too, about this aspect in the natal chart, it may also be expressed in an imbalance, which is the inconjunct between activities associated with those that were prominent in your past, which is the South Node, and those that play a provocative role in your life, which is the Black Moon Lilith, and you may be dominated by one or the other. So what could happen is, there may be the activities with those that were prominent in your past, with those people, may dominate, monopolize your time and energy to the expense and exclusion of those that play the provocative role in your life, which is the Black Moon Lilith. Or it could be the other way around, that those that may have played a provocative role in your life, or play a provocative role in your life, I should say, may dominate and monopolize your time and energy to the expense and exclusion of those prominent in your past. So it's really about finding, the balance, the harmony, and the equilibrium with the energy, with these energies. Now, let's say if the, if the South Node is in Taurus, as an example, those, prominent in your past, one or more of those people may actually be a Taurus Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be those that are impassive, stolid, placid, calm, persistent, patient, persevering, but at the same time may be very obstinate, stubborn, materialistic, and avaricious as well. And also, too, another way that this aspect may manifest in the natal chart is that the past, which is the South Node, may have been a time of tremendous ease or difficulty in terms of dealing with, suffering, which is the Black Moon Lilith. So there may have been times where maybe you had a lot of ease in terms of dealing with the suffering, and you were able to get through it with little difficulty. But then there may have been times where it was more of an arduous task in terms of trying to deal, with suffering that you may have had to endure. Now, let's say, if the Black Moon Lilith is in Scorpio, as an example, that suffering may have been tied in. Maybe there was some kind of, manipulation or jealousy or vengeance that one may have had, to have, dealt with. there may have been, it might have been someone dealing with more, I can say that again, sadistic energy from another, or there may have been physical related, trauma and suffering connected with the colon, the prostate, the bladder, the urinary tract, or reproductive system. And another thing, too, about this aspect is that you may be either overly fixated or obsessed, which is the black moon Lilith, or just simply apathetic in doing things in connection with your natural built-in abilities, which is the south node. So there may be times when you might be very super passionate and even obsessed with doing things with your natural built-in abilities, and other times you just kind of well, whatever, and just Mr. or Mrs. apathetic and about it, and there's no emotional energy connected with it. So if the south node is in Libra, as an example, natural built-in abilities may be associated with mediation or negotiation. It could be doing something of an artistic nature, such as drawing, painting, or sculpting. It may have to do with just simply being able to balance issues, or some ability, for, legal matters, as, some examples. Now, also, too, the first half of one's life, which is the south node, may be a time in which you may have had tremendous ease or difficulty focusing on dealing with the negative manifestation of the black moon Lilith placement. So there may have been times where it's very easy to do so, then it was more of a laborious effort in terms of dealing with that energy. Now, if the black moon Lilith is in Aquarius, as an example, the negative manifestation of the placement may be tied in. It could be with extreme, idiosyncratic or, bizarre, behavior, just being unpredictable for the sake of doing so, or non-conforming just for the sake of being, non-conforming. Could be overly rebellious, type of, behavior as well. And also, too, the people that play integral role in your past, which is the south node, may have either been extremely beneficial or detrimental in terms of you dealing with the void in your life, which is the black moon Lilith. Now, if the black moon Lilith is in Gemini, as an example, that void in one's life may have been tied in. It could simply be connected with one's cerebral or intellectual ability, or ability to assimilate or disseminate information, processing information, ability to articulate, things in some examples, or expressing versatility. It may be matters with dexterity as well, and just communications in general in one's life. Now, also, too, matters that are connected with vengeance, jealousy, manipulation, and even obsession, which is the black moon Lilith, may be issues that you may have had exceptional ease or difficulty in terms of leaving behind, which is the south node. So, let's say, if the black moon Lilith is in Aquarius, as an example, one may have dealt with matters with vengeance, jealousy, and manipulation. It could have been from one's friends, or maybe it was expressed toward, one's friends or some group, club, or organization. Maybe there was some issues with the expression of ingenuity. Where one may have been jealous of another friend, that expressed this, or maybe there was jealousy directed at the person in question because that person with the placement had, certain innovative prowess and ability that, that the other person may have been, more jealous of, as an example. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.